Let's draw the transition diagram for this transition matrix. You can see we have two states, A and B, and the probability of going from A to B. Now remember what we do here. We go this way, from current to next. So we're going from current to next. So the probability of going from A to A, from A back to A, is 0.4. So from A back to A is 0.4. And from A to B, right, from A to B is 0.6. And those have to add to 1. And then what about B's? Well, from B to A is 0.5. So from B back to A, that's going to be 0.5. And that means that B back to B has to be 0.5, right? Because they have to add to 1. And sure enough, B to B is 0.5. So we've got it. Now, given a transition diagram, let's get the transition matrix. So let's write it as T as, we've got three states, A, B, and C. A, B, and C. All right, let's fill this in. Now, what's the probability of going from A to A? I'm just going to go down the columns first. So from A to A. So look at our picture. From A back to A is 0.9. So that's a 0.9. And then from A to B on our picture, from A to B is 0.1. So I'll follow that down here. From A to B is 0.1. Now those already add to 1, so this number here has to be a 0. And let's see, just check it. Does it work? From A to C, there's no arrow, right? So you cannot go directly from A to C. Now, it looks like we could get to C, but not in one transition. We'd have to go maybe like from A to B, and then from B to C somehow. All right, let's pick it up at B. Now, what about B to A? All right, B to A. So look at your picture. Here's B. B going back to A is 0.2. And then, what about, all right, this one here, B to B. I'm in the matrix. B to B. Look at your picture. B to B is 0.1, so this is going to be 0.1. Now those add to 3. We better get a 1 out of this, right? 0.3, we better add up to 1, so we need a 0.7. Let's check it. What about B to C? I'm in the matrix here. B to C, right? B to C. Check it on your picture. Here it is, B, down this arrow to C. Sure enough, it's a 0.7, 0.7. And then what about from C to A? Look at our matrix here. From C to A. From C to A. So I look at my picture. Well, C does not go directly to A. I can't get in one transition from C to A, so that's got to be a 0. Now, what about C, right? This one here, C to B, right? C to B. Look at the picture. C to B, it looks like a 0.3. And then, sure enough, because they have to add to 1, what do you get here from C to C? C back to C. C, in the picture, C back to C is 0.7. There we go. All those columns add to 1.